This video is sponsored by PotownStore.com, the best place to get yourself some TCGO code cards. Whether you're looking for that last card to complete your online deck or just to get the latest booster packs in town, they literally have everything, and you can use the coupon code ZapDoesTCG for 5% off on your complete order. Then there's also Cardmarket.com. This is a European platform where you're able to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. I personally use it every single day to get rid of cards that I don't need, to get the cards that I really need for competitive tournaments. Also, this video is sponsored by YourPlaymat.com. This is a website to create your own custom playmat. Ideal for the new season. Upload your favorite wallpaper or unique logo and they turn it into a beautiful playmat. You can get 10% off by clicking the link down below, and they ship worldwide, so definitely check it out. Last but certainly not least is DragonShield.com. There are links down below for Europe and US people all alike, and you're going to be able to, of course, buy sleeves, binders, and deck boxes, which, of course, Dragon Shield is the best brand out there to protect those beautiful cards. The sleeves are very good. As you can see, they shuffle really well, and I definitely recommend everybody getting a couple of these sleeves. Thanks for sticking around with the commercials, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace! Sup YouTube, it's ZapDoesTCG here, and welcome back to our TCG battle video on my channel. Today we're going to be checking out the first place winning list of the Salt Lake City Regionals. Goodra VSTAR took it down. Big shout out to Hale Obernolte, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, for getting first place with Goodra VSTAR. I did not even believe it. Also, when I saw the top 8, I saw there was a lot of Regis in there as well, so it does make sense that Goodra has a great time in that top 8. So Goodra with the Rolling Iron is able to slap 200 damage, and then during your next turn the opponent slaps 80 damage less into you, so you have an 80 damage buff with, of course, the Hisuian Goodra VSTAR. And you can also use Moisture Star to heal up completely if you don't rely on Star Birth. But most of the time you will rely on Star Birth to accelerate the energies from, of course, the deck to the Goodra VSTAR with the Trinity Nova attack. On this channel you also get daily Pokemon TCG content, so be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on daily uploads. And if you like what you see, be sure to let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Helps out in many ways, and I'm always super grateful if you would do so. So we're gonna be, of course, this is very similar to the Duraludon in that sense, is that we just have Arceus VSTAR to set up like a couple of Goodra VSTARs, and you're gonna be good to go. There's 4 copies of the Hyper Potion in here, so they didn't want to be whiffing out on those. And there's also like 4 copies of Colress Experiment. You might say, why are you running a card like that in a deck that doesn't even revolve around the Lost Zone engine? Well, you typically just draw 5 cards and just ditch out 2 cards that you don't want to be seeing. You have Big Parasol to protect yourself from Giratina and the Star Requiem, which is super nice. And you also have Roxanne. Roxanne and the One Path can definitely be great because you can stack cards into your hand with Colress time and time again until you're ready for that Roxanne Path play, which is definitely going to be crippling a lot of decks in today's and today's metagame. You also have Radiant Gardevoir to protect yourself from taking less damage. You actually just take yourself 20 less damage from V Pokemon in combination with the Rolling Iron is going to be 100 damage reduction from V Pokemon. That's actually kind of ridiculous, let's be honest. You have cards like Crystal Cave and Hyper Potion to heal up completely, because with the double turbo energy you can just heal off with Hyper Potion easily. So yeah, this is the 60s, so we already talked about Hisuian Goodra before, but I want to be highlighting it today because it's the first place winning list of course, the Salt Lake City Regionals with over 800 players. That's actually ridiculous, and who would have guessed that you actually saw something on stream like Goodra versus SP on VMAX. It's a great time to be playing the Pokemon TCG right now because there's so many great archetypes out there. So let's go first and see if we have that Arceus with an energy. It would be beautiful. We do have Arceus with an energy, but we don't have anything else. Well, we still have 2 top decks, so we have the top deck right now and the top deck next turn, so either it's an Ultra Ball or Evolution Essence will save ourselves quite a little bit. So having that double turbo energy attached instantly, and that's going to be our first turn, so that's all we have, double turbo energy on Arceus. We are in top deck position. The opponent could Marnie, but they're probably going to be going for that Colress Experiment. And a deck like this might brick from time to time. It is not running Pokegears or anything. The only thing that is having is like full Colress Experiment, 3 Melanie, 2 Marnie. There's a lot of cards that we could top deck that are not going to be helping us in the slightest. We're going to have to figure it out. So they are playing Arctina, And we are playing Arc Goodra. Okay, we could slap down paths to make sure that they are breaking a little bit. This kind of deck does run Marnie though, so they could spam Marnie. Yes, perfect. Oh, thank you. Luckily, we did not slap any cards from our hand quite yet, because now we're getting like 4 cards and the top deck. So if you're getting Marnie, sometimes it works in your favor, and this is exactly what we will need here. Is that energy and that Ultra Ball here. So we are gonna be going for that. We can even boss up on the Crobat if we want to already take some prize cards. That could be nice. I'm actually just gonna attach the energy over here. Seems great to me. We have Ultra Ball. I don't want to slap down like Hisuian Goodra here. Slapping into Giratina is probably the easiest thing we could do here. Let's go Ultra Ball. If we go for Boss's Orders, then the Tinas doesn't have damage on them. So let's just get rid of these. We are not playing Ordinary Rod, so we have to be careful of our puzzle pieces. So let's just get Arceus VSTAR set up. Let's go. Arceus VSTAR. And with that Star Birth, maybe we can do some miracles here. What can we do? I would really want to like path Marnie here. Wouldn't that be amazing? But then we might whiff out on accelerating energies to our Goodra. It's a little bit tricky, right? We might even brick ourselves, but Marnie path seems strong in this situation. Doesn't even have Bidoofs and stuff. So let's just go for Marnie path and see where that brings us. We can also just get out Goodra here. But I guess the Marnie path is gonna have to do it for now. Path and Marnie, let's go. Who's getting Marnie path this time around? Oh, we do draw to the Goodra as well. Life is good. Alright, let's do this. Gonna slap into this Tina with 180 damage and setting ourselves up with some energies here. Water, metal, and water, I suppose. If the water gets discarded, we can still Melanie onto it, so this does make sense. Let's go. This was actually quite a nice turn, because at this point he is Marnie path, so he could Marnie us again, which can give us a better hand, to be honest. But I wanted to get that Marnie path out of the way, and that's why I think the one-off path is gonna be winning a lot of games. If they don't have like Quick Ball, they've already played down Quick Ball and Ultra Ball, they're gonna be in a situation where they might be in trouble here, because if they're not able to use Star Birth, they might whiff out on the resources. They might even whiff out in the first place. Marnie path, too strong for the world. Okay. Goodra here can also attack 140, but that's... Your opponent switches their active Pokemon, one of their bench Pokemon. Yeah, that's just a power edge. That's hilarious. We're gonna be neglecting all that damage output to us. We can then Melanie as well. So that's actually not a bad thing here, because then we're also drawing cards. So this Hyper Potion, we can actually decide to discard like everything, right? That's the thing you can do. Discarding everything, so we are healing up, we have access to Melanie, and we have the DTE on top. Yo, this deck is going to work miracles. Let's go. Trinity Nova, giving a huge slap onto that Arceus, and we're going to be getting up some more energies here. 2 of them. We're not going to be going in overdrive. Really want to be setting ourselves up again with another Goodra. But for now, this is nice for some Hyper Potion situations. So we have undone the turn of the power edge. The Marnie path was there. We utilized Hyper Potion to get the water energy in the discard pile so we could use Melanie. And now we're in a situation like he could boss up the Goodra. And they just concede. That's what it is. Goodra is actually good. I was actually underrating Goodra so much because of the high amount of decks that could beat it. Like 1 Miltank is sufficient to win against this kind of deck, because they simply don't have an answer. I don't know if they could attack anything. Maybe they could attack in the Aegislash, I suppose, but that will lower your win percentage against other archetypes. So I don't know how to feel about it, but Blizzy Miltank wasn't that popular, or was just, yeah. I want to see what the deck spread was on the Salt Lake City during day 1. What was the most played deck? I really want to know. Okay. Alakazam 16 is our next opponent, and we start off with nothing in hand. Look at all these supporters. These are supporters that we were whiffing out on during our first game. And the fun fact is that if the opponent did not Marnie us, we probably would have bricked. And that's like the fun fact, like Marnie can go both ways. Okay, we have Arceus. That's all we have, all we need, to be honest. We have that attachment We're gonna be going for Trinity Charge. We could set up an Arceus on the bench, so we have double the arcs. Depends on what we're up against, to be honest, because okay, Battle VIP Pass could still be Palkia, could still be Lost Zone Box. It is Kyurem. Well, that's probably one of your yeah, terrible matchups, to be honest, because if you are facing off against a Kyurem deck, they are having double the Battle VIP Pass. I think we're gonna get slaughtered in this matchup. We could Marnie Path, that's true, but other than that, it seems pretty bad. The switch as well, Quick Ball, maybe even Crobat? Nah. This is a huge Crobat as well. Look at this opponent go. Double Battle VIP Pass, Quick Ball, attachment of the turn as well. What can be worse here? Even drawing 4 cards with the Crobat. Yo, how do we even stop this? And Radiant Gardevoir drawing even more cards. This is the perfect setup for the opponent. They could just evolve, use Palkia VSTAR, and KO our Arceus in the active slot. We still have access to Path though, so that's kind of like a thing. Okay. The only thing we can do is actually just go for Trinity Charge, to be honest. I don't think they're playing Marnie, so let's just get that Arceus VSTAR out of the deck already. And then go for Trinity Charge for Metal, Water, Water. Let's go. Metal, Water, Water. And then we're gonna slap damage into the Kyurem, Marnie Path them, and then hopefully go from there, because this is seemingly bad. They have like such a huge hand. Okay, they do have Melanie. They don't have to rely on the Palkia VSTAR's ability, but we can of course Marnie Path them. Is definitely a capability that I probably would go for. You also need to discard like how many energies? 120, 50-50. Yeah, they just need to discard 2 energies. That's very bad. Only 2. They could even go overboard and like overly attach onto this Kyurem. 170. Yeah, they need to discard a lot of things. Yeah, they're over attaching. That's what they're doing. So they only need to attach 1 energy in order to KO us. Actually, they need to attach 2 energies. Yeah. Interesting. Will we be able to do anything about this fantastic start of the Kyurem player? Yo, we have Colress' Experiment though, but I'd rather go for a Marnie Path here. Starbirth. Gardevoir could help. Nah, Gardevoir's not gonna help because at this point they still need to discard more energies. But if they have Iridel, they can find the Choice Belt and then we'll get knocked out regardless. I guess it's Marnie Path time and pray. Back to this strategy, aren't we? So, Path and Marnie, let's go. That's our only way to do things over here. And we didn't even draw into what we needed, unfortunately. So they have a huge hand. We're probably gonna get smacked away. Don't even know if we should attach here. Maybe then we can Hyper Potion. This is so bad. Please whiff out on everything. I'm not gonna be over attaching. Maybe we can get a Goodra out in time. Marnie Path, come on, stick. No Iridon, no Melanie. They do have that. They still need to get rid of the Path as well. They can have the energy though. That means they can go for the 270 damage output of the Max Frost. And then we'll see if they find anything from that Marnie. If they do, yeah, it's just bad. Lost Vacuum, get rid of that Stadium, and that's well played. We are out. We're gonna get slapped away by an attachment and the Oranguru and the Glaciated World. Well, okay, you have some bad things to be playing Goodra. Kyurem is still super scary, and I also think Mew VMAX is also a sketchy matchup because of Echoing Horn, right? So if Goodra is the deck to beat, then the Kyurem, then the Mews can come out of the woodworks to deal with that. I don't even know. Yeah, they just have to high roll on getting Regis and all that with Goodra. Because the deck itself, it looks very clunky, to be honest. We're up against Tina. Tina with Psychic Energies. Mulligan as well. And we are going second. Yeah, we really need to draw into those big parasols. But shout out to Hale Obernolte because they actually drew like crazy, to be honest. Okay, we have a great hand. Finally able to showcase going second that we're able to accelerate onto a Goodra, which is going to be helping ourselves quite ridiculously. I wonder if we should Colress first, because we can keep Ultra Ball for like the V-Star capabilities of the Arceus. Although we do have Goodra already. Trinity Charge, Ultra Ball, onto the Goodra. Yo, just what? This is very bad. Probably not going to be using Roxanne, although Roxanne could be super strong. I think I'll use Colress Experiment first. Wow, this is a bad Colress Experiment. Gardevoir? I don't think they're going to have the Lost Zone engine shenanigans going ASAP, so taking these. Switch? Nah, Switch is not what I want. Hyper Potion maybe is better. Yeah, let's take these. Then, Trinity Charge activation. I'm actually gonna get rid of the Roxanne. Gonna get rid of the water energy as well, so we can maybe draw Melanie. But for now, it's going to be Goodra. Yeah, our hand is actually not that great, but we can start swinging with Goodra, I suppose. So maybe we wait to get the Arceus V-Star, because at this point he's not going to be doing anything. But Trinity charging onto ourselves. Is that a great thing? Otherwise we are going to be bricking, right? That's something we don't want to be seeing. Yeah, I'll take this one. I don't think he's going to be able to do too much here. Slapping that Radiant Gardevoir down as well. He could rope, and then we're stuck with the Radiant Gardevoir. So maybe we just Trinity Charge, believing in the situation that the opponent doesn't have what it takes to get an attack off. Yeah, just one energy. It's fine. I don't think they're going to be having Path to the Peak either. Like, in this situation, we could have gotten out the Goodra, could have Trinity Charged onto the Goodra, and then started swinging with the Goodra, but I don't know. They would need to get 7 cards in the Lost Zone in one turn. That's hilariously broken. They can only play one Colress Experiment. There's only 2 of them in there, so that means they would need like a bunch of Comfies, which they hadn't before. Now they have Capture Energy. They could retreat into Comfy, but then they would need Mirage Gate. They got rid of Mirage Gate. A huge hand size though. We don't have Choice Belt and Galarian Zigzagoon to help KO this Giratina. But we could, of course, use Star Birth to get the big Parasol onto our Goodra on the bench. Or maybe Marnie Path. Are we doing the Marnie Path thing again? Or are we gonna be doing something else? It's very tempting to Marnie here. I probably would go for slapping down Arceus, then the Gardevoir as well. And then they have a huge hand size collected already. Marnie Path could definitely cripple them, because the only thing they're working with right now is a Radiant Greninja. You could go for like Abyss Seeking, then try to survive this attack, then Colress Experiment, try to go for some situational things. With Radiant Gardevoir, we also have 200, actually 300 HP, so the only thing that could knock us out is the Lost Impact with a Choice Belt, which something they are not running. Or like the Star Requiem. Scoop up that again. Yeah, please draw more cards so we can Marnie them to the bottom of the deck. 2 cards in the Lost Zone. Going to 7 is going to be kind of impossible. So I guess it was the right play to just get that Arceus V-Star, right? Otherwise we would have been in a very nasty situation that we had to top deck again. And that's what I'm afraid with this deck. You could Marnie this Goodra deck into Oblivion where they're actually drawing bricks. It could happen. Ooh, beautiful full art Giratina V. Always crazy to think about that most legendaries are playable. If you look at the top decks, you have like Palkia, it's a legendary Pokemon. Arceus, legendary Pokemon. Giratina, legendary Pokemon. Mew VMAX, legendary Pokemon. Yeah, they just print a very busted legendary Pokemon. That's what they typically do. I'm very excited for the EXs to return as well in February with the Scarlet and Violet set. They get rid of a switch out. Yeah, luckily we did not slap down Gardevoir. Otherwise they could have roped us. Now we're in a better position. Maybe it would have been a nice idea. We still have Hyper Potion and we can get out like a DTE. Maybe we should have over-attached here with the Trinity Charge, but I want to leave that for the Goodras. They could swing with maybe Cramorant if they find it. There's a switch out. First Comfy on its way. They've already utilized Colress' experiment, so I guess we're fine. No Marnie coming our way. We have the V-Star. I don't think they're running Path, so I think we're in a great situation. We evolve, we get Marnie and Goodra V. And maybe we even top deck something that we need. Getting rid of energies. That's 1 energy, 3 energies in place, 6 energies that I've already seen. Are they gonna go for the Abyss Seeking? They could go for it. Promote Giratina and then manually retreat into Comfy again to get more stuff in the last stone, but then they lose both energies. Yeah. Or maybe they go for Abyss Seeking and then go for it next turn. Only 3 cards in the lost zone. And we could already bump damage onto this Tina, which is nice. And then if Gardevoir is set down and we have a big Parasol, things could go up. Temple of Sinnoh, what? Okay, now we need a counter stadium as well. Well, that's kind of annoying. Getting more stuff. Like, I want to have so many cards. I want to Marnie the opponent. I want to have big Parasol. I want to have a counter stadium. But I probably can't get it all. Marnie Path. Marnie Path attack. Let's go. Okay, we top deck the big Parasol. That's huge. Okay, Arceus VSTAR is here. Then Gardevoir is here. We can also just simply attach here, right? This only turns into a Carlos energy, so that's still okay. Attachment here. Gardevoir. On top of big Parasol. Protecting ourselves from any shenanigans. And now we have access to Starbirth. And I'll take Goodra. And Marnie. Sounds like a great deal to me. Goodra and Marnie. So we Marnie the opponent, slap into the Tina. The Tina cannot revenge KO Arceus, and we should be in a great position from there on out. Temple of Sinnoh. We could overlap it already, but I'm not going to be doing it. This deck probably not going to be going for Marnie right now, so safely get out the Goodra V-Star already. So we top deck something better next turn. So Trinity Nova getting a huge slap onto this Tina. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if we should go for all of the energies, to be honest. Just 2, because of the fact that we still have Melly attached of the turn there as well. If he KOs us, we're gonna be in a situation that we're not gonna be able to attack with Goodra. I'll just go for 2. Because he can attach and boss, which would be pretty bad for us. He could Luminion boss us, right? So only 2 is very great. Switching to the Comfies. There's a damaged Arceus waiting in the bag. And the fun fact is that we did slap 200 here because the damage reduction did not do anything, which is awesome. That means we can also KO it. Yeah, we can KO it with this Pokemon on the second attack as well. Okay, they just evolve and that's it. So Marnie Path does it again. We have the Goodra set up here. Attachment of the turn coming down here. You can still Star Requiem us. So I think I'll just attach. We could KO this one. Now he needs boss, right? He needs to boss and then lost impact in order to KO Goodra. Star Requiem is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Let's just keep swinging with this one. Let's go. More energies. Are we gonna go for like another Goodra at one point? Maybe, because we do have Melanie. Let's go. What do we get? Arceus. We take 20 reduction, right? So Lost Impact could also not KO this Goodra. They would need to evaporate it with having a lot of cards in the Lost Zone, but if they do that with Colress, they cannot boss, which is a great thing. If we find our second Parasol, things could go alright, although they could be tacking in Lost Vacuum, and then we're back to square one, where they could just slap us. Only one Tina in our way, to be honest, so I'm not afraid too much. The Gardevoir also putting in some work here, protecting ourselves. I'm putting us over the edge of Lost Impact. Tech cards that opponents could be running, Lost Vacuum, Choice Belt, these kind of things could be crucial in the upcoming events. Temple of Sinnoh, cute card, could also work against Regis. Quick bowling away Sableye with the Lost Mine, which doesn't work because of Big Parasol, so that's cool. So we're just setting ourselves up with a second Tina. We cannot Moisture Star, unfortunately, because we had to go for Star Birth. Oh, it looks like we're still whiffing out on supporters that we're drawing. Luckily, there's the Water Energy in the discard pile, so Melanie would also be a great top deck. And we're still slapping 200. Temple of Sinnoh in the house. Lots of energies in the discard pile, so... And also 3 Scoop Ups being played already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They are gonna rope. They are gonna rope. Which Pokemon do we give them? If they rope, they can get to 10 and then they can knock us out. So I think I'll just give them the Radiant Gardevoir at this point. Because they're gonna have 10 cards in the Lost Zone. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they're at 10 cards in the Lost Zone. We have DTE to retreat if he just leaves it stuck in the active. And we have Crystal Cave, so the DTE works as double the energy. So it's fine at this point. Depends on if they're gonna be swinging with the Tina or not. Tina could be taking 4 prize cards. It's still not done quite yet though. Are they gonna be swinging with Lost Impact to knock out a Gardevoir? There have been a lot of energies going away. Like they have Ordinary Rod here, so a lot of energies are back. They could Mirage Gate. Here, and then retreat. 1 Mirage Gate. No, they just leave us stuck in the active. Okay, if that is the case, we're gonna be going for Crystal Cave. On top of DTE. Retreat. Into the Arceus again. Goodra shows up. And then we swing damage. Let's go. Getting that energy. So the only card that is standing between our way here is Melanie. We do take another prize card. It is Marnie. Marnie is also great. So we can manually attach, use Marnie. Then if we find 1 Melanie, we have another attacker ready to go. We have to take 4 prize cards. They need to take... Crystal Cave can help them out a little bit, I suppose. They can only Lost Impact, but they need to find Boss's Orders at this point. And if they slap down Aluminium to find it, we can then target that down with Boss's Orders. Okay, the Boss's Orders themselves try to take down this Goodra. With Lost Impact, it's not gonna be doing a thing, but with Star Requiem, they could do it. Another Ordinary Rod. Double energies coming back in the deck. And here comes Mirage Gate. Mirage Gate probably gonna be going on both Tinas. We still have double the boss, so we can... Yeah, it's gonna be a great situation regardless. We evolve, we attach. They could still boss again though. 1 boss plate, but maybe we find our other big Parasol and then we're safe again. Star Requiem, poof. And now we don't need the Parasols either way because they utilize their V-Star power. So now at this point they would need to find their Lost Vacuum if they even have that. This one, attachment, Marnie. Let's go. Hyper Potions are here. We're gonna be trying to thin the deck a little bit. We don't need this anymore. Don't need this anymore. I don't think he could technically KO us, which would be super scary. Set up another Arceus, but then they can boss around that, KO it. DTE, yeah, there's only one Melanie in there, so that makes me afraid just a tiny little bit. Trinity Nova. We do take 2 prize cards though. There could be some Melanies in there. I think so, because there's 2 of them prized, so that's a 50-50. Yeah, there's Melanie. That's perfect. There was a 50-50 shot, so we can Melanie start swinging with the Goodra here, trying to go for the 2-shot as well. Colress experiment, so no boss's orders. Maybe they do find Lost Vacuum to get rid of this big parasol. Well, now that I think about it, it will not matter because, yeah, I'm always thinking like we need big parasol, but now they're slapping 280 and we have Radiant Gardevoir, so the only thing that could work in this scenario is that they slap down a path. They could try and 2-shot Arceus, but that's about it. I think this is locked and loaded. The first place winning list by Hale Obernolte. Cool to see that. Goodra is back, full swinging. Has a favorable matchup against Tina, Reggie, what else? Lost Zone Box. So there's some things to be afraid of is Kyurem and Mew, but other than that, you should be good. So it's the matchup spread of Goodra is super polarized. They need to get rid of this Gardevoir, because with Gardevoir, it's a huge headache to deal with. They could slap 280 and then swing with Caramorant. Yeah, they just concede. That's it. Another victory for the Goodra deck. Okay, so we did see that if you're up against Kyurem and they have a huge setup, not a lot you could do. But in this scenario, it's pretty nice. Next opponent for the first place winning list of the Salt Lake City Regionals. Let's see. At this point, what do we want to see? With Goodra, maybe a Reggie, that would be funny. Dark Lugia is our opponent. Probably a fan of the Pokemon XD series. Gale of Darkness. Come on, starting off with nothing in hand. And the opponent also mulligans, so no additional cards here. No, we have a very great setup, but what do they have? Oof, is that just Arceus with Big Charm? Yo, we really need to draw into an energy, please. Because otherwise it will be very bad. Yeah, we really need an energy. 2 Pokemon, could be Arc Intel, right? Yeah, it is Arc Intel. Attachment, this guy, and pass. This was a nice top deck. So we can already take some... Who is going to be the better Arceus build, right? Arc Intel does have a lot of capabilities by its side, because they have Chair and Scare. Keep calling for 1. Alright, that seems pretty awkward. Arceus VSTAR in hand. We could boss him up already. Yeah, maybe we boss him up already, or Arceus VSTAR. They clearly have nothing in hand. Maybe a couple of Drizzles here and there. That could be a thing. Then they can undo the damage. Then we have to boss again. So I think I'll just go for a Colress experiment. Try to build our hand a little bit. Gardevoir. These are great cards. Maybe leaving the Melanie behind a little bit. We have Hyper Potions. So come on. Let's see what that brings us. this one. Attachment. Star Burst while we can. Avery and KO. Nah, we cannot do that anymore. Okay, Big Charm. Big Charm for a Goodra. And we have so much healing. I think we're in a great position here. I think I'll take these for now. Evolution Incense. We already have Hyper Potion. Yeah, that should be alright. We could also slap down Path to make it super difficult for him. That means he needs to find a stadium. It's gonna be difficult. This is probably the better out. So Big Charm belongs here. And then we slap down Path. Although Path will also shut down our Gardevoir. It's gonna be shutting down the Arceus as well, which is better. He could overlap it, but it's fine. 1, 2, 3. Goodra is preparing itself. Let's go. Could have also waited and used Moisture Star at one point, but I think slapping this Path down will make it difficult because I don't know if they have other stadium cards in the Arceus build and they also need to find it, so they will need to Drizzle first, and then the Drizzle finds a stadium, and need to have another Drizzle for an Arceus V-Star, then to find Melanie, and that's gonna be difficult. I'll see if the opponent draws out of this one. And we of course have access to the Colress experiment to find Goodra VSTAR. And if they get rid of the Path, they slap less damage. Okay, they are gonna go for Collapse Stadium. Evolution Incense, Arceus VSTAR. And now the Arceus VSTAR will also need to find like Melanie, DTE, and Quick Ball. So it's a little bit difficult. So that lowers their options down tremendously. So Drizzle didn't have the first turn attachment here, so that's super great. We can, I don't even know if they're playing Starmie, right? Because at this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Starmie could actually come in quite hefty. I don't even know if they're playing that, but if they are, we are in trouble. But on the other hand, if they go for the Starmie play, they need to Melanie, and if they Melanie, they are leaving themselves with a 2-prize liability. So they do have Melanie at this point, having the collapsed. Do they have the Star Burst? Yeah, they have the Star Burst, so they would need to get Water Energy, Quick Ball, and DTE. I don't know in which order they can get all these puzzle pieces. Or maybe they just gonna randomly draw into it. So first of all, they need a Water Energy Quick Ball, and then if they Water Energy Quick Ball, they can Melanie, then hopefully they draw into the DTE. That seems super clunky. If they had DTE, they would have already attached it. So our play of slapping down Pat early, maybe it works. And they could then slap 180. We can heal that with Hyper Potion. So they need to swing into us again. I know they have Chair and Scares, which makes it kind of difficult. Another Arceus, Melanie, and then YOLO draw into the DTE. Nah, Level Ball cannot find DTE. So that's nice. They can Chair and Scare, but then they can attack with this guy, unless they Melanie again. But if they Chair and Scare, the energy goes to the hand, so tough things to think about. Dunsparce of all things. Not even another Drizzle. I don't think they found it. No, our path to the peak play worked out miracles. That's super nice. Okay, they have the Big Charm, I suppose, on the one on the bench. So if we attack into this one, they need to Chair and Scare it so they cannot attack with it. So they attach to the one on the bench. Still don't have the what do we do here? Just Colress experiments. Like, so much damage reduction just seems so appealing, right? Yeah, it does. Colress experiment. Goodra, this. So many energies, by the way. We don't need that many DTEs. I'll take the Water Energy. I Thank you. There's the Goodra. There's the switch out. They cannot slap down any more Pokemon on the bench, which is interesting. Going for this. Switch out. A DTE belonging here. I don't know if they're playing Starmie, but they cannot slap down Starmie in this circumstances. So slap a little bit of damage here. And we have Ultra Ball to thin the deck, but this is fine. Rolling Iron. Okay, so they Cheren Scare, but we Hyper Potion Crystal Cave. At one point they will need to attach to one, right? So they Quick Ball. Dunsparce away. I'm still afraid. Radiant Gardevoir, they cannot slap that down. Kind of irrelevant in this matchup, to be honest. 3 cards in hand. That was just YOLO behavior to try to get an attack off, to be honest. That was YOLO behavior. There's the Cheren Scare, but that's not gonna do them any good. They can go for the attack here, the Trinity Charge. Set the Arceus up on the bench. Cheren Scare pass. Okay, an attachment there. Interesting. And they evolve, but they already used their V-Star power, so that's okay. I'm gonna try to KO this one first. Okay. Overly attaching. If they have Starmie, we're knocked out regardless. So this is not a bad thing to do. Let's go. Rolling Iron. 180. They could Cheren Scare again if they want, but they're still in top deck position, I would say. Can draw into Evolution Ensigns and then draw into... Okay, they're just setting themselves up with this Arceus. That's fine. That's totally fine. Ultra Ball could get herself. Don't need this, don't need this. Getting herself another Goodra. I'm not gonna slap it down quite yet. Rolling Iron. Okay. 2 prize cards, that's nice. And we still have access to one more boss to just kill one of these little subbles. So now it comes down to what they top deck, right? Still in this scenario. Path to the Peak. Oh no. Could slap more damage now, but we're gonna overlap that with Crystal Cave. They're gonna be slapping for 120, but then we can just heal with Hyper Potion. I don't know if we need multiple Goodras, to be honest. Roxanne. What? We have 300 HP. We got Roxanne into like 2 cards. Very bad cards to say. Yeah, we could slap down another Goodra on the bench. Yeah, this Roxanne is painful. I'm not gonna lie about that. Palpats. Yeah, the Roxanne. We still have a lot of supporters left in the deck, right? Triple Melanie. We can still retreat and attack and Melanie. What are they gonna do? Okay, an attachment onto a Drizzle of all things. Trinity Nova. 120. Are they gonna get energies on? Yeah, onto themselves. That's kind of weird. Okay, let's go. Avery. Whee! It's not gonna be for today, it seems. Attachment here. The big parasol is irrelevant, but we don't want to be drawing into it again, so putting it over here. Let's go. Keep on rolling, ironing the situation. He needs to Cheren Scare at this point. and we can Hyper Potion only once, but only once is enough. So we can survive another turn. What are they gonna do? Where is Inteleon? They haven't taken any prize cards, so maybe an Inteleon or something is prized. We did know that with Lovable he didn't get out more Drizzles, so maybe 2 Drizzles and an Inteleon. Yeah, they just concede, like, of course. So yeah, Arc Intel, not a bad, a really bad deck in today's format. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video of the winning list of the Salt Lake City Regionals, the Goodra VSTAR deck. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Go check out our sponsors, PokemonStore.com, the best place for TCGO code cards. You can use the coupon code ZapDoseTCG for a whopping 5% off your order. Go check out cardmarket.com. If you are a European player, you can buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. Use the referral name ZapDoseTCG. There's Dragon Shield for people from the US and people from Europe. You can of course get sleeves, binders and deck boxes by clicking on the links down below. And last but not least is yourplaymat.com, where you're able to create your own custom playmat for the new season. Of course, you can get 10% off. They ship worldwide, by the way. You can upload your favorite wallpaper or own unique logo and they turn it into a beautiful playmat. Anyway, have yourself a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Pokemon TCG epicness. Peace.